they showed corruption inside of me, and I wasn't alone, 'cause attention's what you need. You didn't get enough of me, and it's a poison in me. You were lucky to know me. I let you be the missing piece to my heart, and I should have known that your love is poison to me. You were lucky to know me. I let you be the missing piece to my heart, and I should have known that your love is poison to me.
Man. You guys. All right, I'm sorry.
That was hilarious.
CK, what's going on, man? I haven't talked to you in a while.
Kryptonian,
Not
that's
too
why you're my
much.
dude.
No, brother.
Just been living life, trying to take it easy.
Right. Well, you're reading blockchains and contracts and shit, hacking shit. No.
Oh yeah.
Good to hear you're taking it easy though, man. Especially today, man. Today's world, right?
Yeah.
You can do that.
All the drama, man.
Hey, what did you think about those videos that dropped today, man?
Which ones?
The CoffeeZilla. You probably saw the
Coffeezilla and-
Oh yeah. Oh, that
And-
was awesome.
and the Jody one, right? It's funny, dude, right?
I was waiting.
I think
for
everybody
K-pop
was
too.
surprised by the other one, right?
Yeah,
The-
Jody. Yeah,
I'm just
Jody.
Jody, whatever.
Yeah.
the hell his name
I'm,
is.
I'm just a little salty that Coffee didn't use my interview.
Yeah. Well,
So, do you want to give us a little bit about what that interview looked like?
Oh, he basically asked me, "Have you learned your lesson? What do you think about Brian?" And I was like, "Oh no, dude, Brian's a total 100% scammer. I know that now. I went into the project with rose-colored blinds, dude. I was making money.
As a lot of us did.
Yeah, everything was great until it wasn't. Oh man. But yeah, he pretty much asked me. He was like, "So, what would you do differently?" And I was like, "Well, I won't shill anything from now on."
Yeah.
So, it's crazy. Though.
Yeah.
Wait, that's all you said? No, I'm joking.
Well, it went more in detail.
Yeah, no. Did he
That
go
was
into Did he go into blockchain transactions? Did he ask you about any of those things? I know that was some of the things that people wanted to see. Maybe.
Well,
they
that
probably
was
wanted-
something that Brian tried to defend.
Yeah. I didn't. Yeah, that's right. I didn't see blockchain transactions. Obviously, he has. I'm talking about Coffee has gone into some of his videos, showing some technical stuff, right? Showing some blockchain transactions. He didn't do that this time. He was just more playing on the human aspect of it, bringing in Brian's family and hearing these guys talk about it. I think that was like to find out that Brian has been ripping off his family, since long before he was in crypto, right? He was freaking polishing coins and shit, right? And selling them as like they're a real, like really valuable coin. That's dirty, man. I mean,
Right.
dude, who does that? Dude, selling movie tickets. I mean, the guy is just unbelievably, man. God, I just can't believe he was actually doing that. And then, of course, he got away with it. So what happens with scammers or thieves? It evolves. Their plans get bigger and better, and ultimately their plans land them in prison. But
I think we can all agree that Brian didn't expect safuu to blow up the way that it did.
no, not at all, man.
It was he probably thought he would scam maybe 10 grand, 20 grand, maybe 50 grand max. But when he started seeing millions, it's a whole nother level.
He's like,
he made mistakes. He made mistakes showing old wallets and stuff like that. So yeah, I wholeheartedly believe that he never thought it was going to do what it did.
yeah, I agree with you. He did what most criminals do, grabbed a bag and run, man, and said. And then it became this massive cover up. I need to build a shell company. I need to make it look like we're actually running a business. I'm gonna go hire some people. People gonna get salaries. We're gonna market. You know, I got to pay. Yeah. You know, doing all. Got all these. I mean, do we get the buses in the negotiation? I want to know that. No one ever answered that question. You know what I mean?
No, but we can get them for like $5 grand.
It was $1 million campaign. We're gonna have buses in Australia. Amazing. But point being is, yeah, I think he just did what most. He tried to be very savvy about it, and it's too obvious what he was doing.
You're making waves, Chris.
Yeah, we're making waves. And for anybody, I did the math. So JMath said he just sold one world. It's $1.24. If you do 32% tax, it matches up.
So they got like 84
cents. Yeah,
84 cents. Emilio, listen, I understand what you're trying to say here and everything like that, but I have peacefully tried to discuss this with this guy repeatedly. And I asked him for clarification, and he basically said that they were lying. And then after so many people had come to me, my decision was made. So with this whole thing with Worldwide Token, he knew that this was a problem. He knew what he was doing. So, and then you go on to say that just try to talk peacefully and try to resolve. Listen, I tried to talk peacefully for a while there with him, and then I had enough. And
well, he's got another comment down here towards Greek, and it's in response to Jana. So you know, she agrees, blah blah blah, what Greek is doing.
Yeah, but I gave him a chance with his token.
Yeah,
and
well, here you go. And at Greek was always positive and had positive energy, but this side of Greek being negative and using negative words is not cool. Learn from Nick Caliani.
Well,
which, I mean, I hear what you're saying, Emilio, and we all want to be positive. But
I don't want to be negative.
Keeping it positive and the yay, we're all gonna make it, and I mean, we're going to 1,000 as a token. That's what got
I want
us
people
in the
to
predicament
understand
we're
that.
in. This is the reality.
People who are invested in World have also been with me. These are people that I have subscribers of mine. I don't want to see anybody get hurt. So I'm just supposed to stay positive. Oh, let Daniel.
Well,
do
it's
his
not,
project.
and it's not necessarily being negative.
That has no benefit to the holders,
right?
And I'm just calling that out.
Right. So it's
benefit
not
the holders with your NFTs
being negative.
I will be like, okay, that's fine. You changed it. Now it's for the better. Now it benefits everybody. There's ways to change it. But he called it a cash grab. Those weren't my words. Not my words.
He
put that in
Bruce Lee, if you got banned, I apologize. I'm sorry. Don't bring my name up or anything like that around there because
you got banned in Yamp?
Chris is hated in all communities.
Yeah. He said he got banned in Yamp. I mean, Yamp is whatever.
That means you're doing something right.
In Yamp.
Yeah.
Bro, just go and change your name from a C to a K.
I'm actually looking forward to tomorrow because I would like Daniel to do one of his lives where he looks in the screen and he cusses me out like he's cussed out so many other people. I mean,
I hope he does.
I don't think you're going to be the focus of tomorrow's live.
I think it's going to be Greek.
Though. Oh, I don't want to overshadow
because Greek is the one who, I mean, what do you have? 8,000 subscribers, Greek?
I don't count.
Something like that. So
I don't
you
count.
probably influence more than, I mean, you obviously influence more than myself and Kryptonian and Valor.
Oh yeah, I don't influence nobody.
Right?
I'm just having a
We
conversation
don't
with
influence
dudes.
anybody, right? We're just hanging out with our dudes.
That's
right?
the comment right there, man.
It's you and Chris that really have the influence. So, you know,
Right.
exactly, sons.
I
Exactly.
don't want any kind of influence whatsoever at all.
Yeah, but you do, Chris, and that's why you
Then let me,
gained
then let me
1,000
send you my
subscribers
wallet
so
address,
quickly.
and you can transfer all your influence over to me, Chris. I'll take it
Yeah,
gladly.
that's why you got 1,000 subscribers so
Buddy.
quickly, my friend, is because you do have that influence, because you are genuine, and
These
people
people are
take
getting
what you
hurt,
say
man.
to heart.
That's the
man.
problem
Yeah,
that bothers me. People are getting hurt,
exactly.
and that's where it's like.
That's why I spoke out tonight against
Yeah.
the shit that's going on with Legendary Club and Worldwide Token. Like, I didn't even plan on coming on here and talking about that shit. I don't even know where it came from. I was just kind of pissed off because I saw some stuff, and you know, it is what it is.
I've had a rough day,
But
I'm going to be
there you
positive.
go. Greek
okay?
had a rough day. That's the whole problem right there. Greek had a rough day.
My roommate had a DUI. I had to bail him out of
There you
jail
go.
at 4 a.m.
There you go.
You know,
Yeah.
I've been lawyer. We took him to the lawyer. You know, I got to be a chauffeur now because he doesn't have a license anymore. Shit
Oh man, you became
Like I
that
said,
guy.
Damn.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
sucks, dude. I've had a DUI. It sucks.
Yeah, and you know what? I can't. I don't know what the name is. I apologize. I don't know that. Don't understand that. But I'd like you guys to discuss calmly. And you know what? I apologize
if we haven't.
if I have not discussed it. But I am so sick and tired of. And I see like the people in the community, they're innocent people. I don't see anybody out there like, but man, I'm so sick and tired of innocent people getting taken for a ride by a certain group of people. It's just, I'm just so sick of it, man.
And
if
I
you're
just
going to make
saw-
a project and you just, dude, just don't.
I saw a post. Daniel just posted that if it was a mistake, they're figuring it out, that he would refund the difference in the tax to people who did sell. If that's the
he
case,
just said that to one person. He would
if it's
refund
to
that
one person or if it's to everybody, obviously it's easy on the blockchain. You can see who sold on DexScreen, or you can see what they were charged, and you can do back the math. If that's the case, that's
so be it, and rightfully so.
Move.
Yeah.
That's a good move.
He must be watching the show.
And honestly, I think if that's what happened, I think Daniel will do the right thing. I'm not going to sit here and say I think Daniel's trying to
they
steal
have to
people's
manually
money.
change it at a certain time. And 32 and 23, it's very easy to. So I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just saying it was done.
CK, where's does CK take off?
Yeah,
I just want to say, is that plausible from the CK? What is that? Is that plausible that?
Well, you would have to type in the amount. You would type change tax to. You'd put in the amount, and then he would have to do it. So basically, you know how you sign a transaction when you're signing to do anything? That's how you sign a contract. You just sign a transaction. You pay the gas fee, and then it makes the change to the contract. So that's how that's done.
It's a manual process. I mean,
it's a manual process.
Yeah,
so
typically it is. Yeah.
Would it be
it's plausible? It's plausible that you. Hey,
it's
everybody makes
plausible.
Bruce Lee.
I mean,
correct. You make it right. That's all that I can ask for.
Well, I deal with contracts like every day now. And I can tell you right now.
So go ahead, Fallon.
It ain't no mistake. It
Right.
ain't no mistake.
So was it done hoping people didn't see it, and then we'll announce it tomorrow?
If it was like listen, if it was a function, like it was something they programmed in the contract for it to do at a certain point, like a volume transaction, something like that, and there was something messed up from the beginning, and when it kicked in, it messed up, I would be like, cool. But I'm looking at this transaction now. That is a manual transaction. And let me tell you.
Okay, so then at that point, if it's a manual transaction, and it's great that on the back end you're going to refund people, but it was done on purpose.
Yeah, and that's what Greek is saying is 100%, man. Like you can't be doing this stuff. Like you can't just be making changes on the fly. Like this, that's not cool. You're not supposed to do that because one, it erodes trust in your community. That it just erodes it completely.
And if it were done on purpose, it was done to defraud the community. Unfortunately, it was done to take a little bit of money and then say, "Oh, well, if nobody noticed, then we'll just keep that."
If we don't have this live and we're not talking about this stuff, does anybody say anything?
Does anybody
even notice? Does anybody notice? That is the problem.
Has it been done in the past?
Brufai noticed. That's where I saw it. So
Okay.
they noticed, but then they
are
started
on
asking
top
Daniel-
of everything.
Yeah,
And
they
again, if
see
you want to
everything.
see some of the proof, go into Brewfied. If you don't take me, don't take my word, don't take Chris's word, Greek's word, Kryptonian's word, Valor's word. Go into Brewfied.
Yeah.
I
They
was trying to
have
be
of
positive.
knowing.
They
Go know
have
for
it.
yourself.
Positive for Daniel,
And honestly,
say that maybe
yeah.
it was a mistake, but it is.
They
a
have
manual
it.
transaction.
Honestly, the only reason I'm saying this because one, I'm a project owner, and I swear to God, I try to be as transparent as possible.
And you should be.
One thing I don't want to happen is investors and crypto people who may not know what happens on the backside of all this think that, oh, things happen by mistake. No, this stuff, this whole the blockchain, all this stuff, it's not necessarily meant for amateurs. It's meant for people who actually understand this stuff. Now, are there people taking advantage of this stuff? They're getting a hold of technology that necessarily they're not even educated for? Yes. And there people are taking advantage. The last thing I want people to think is that things happen by, mistake, or things happen by accident. No, that's the whole point this stuff is built for, to take things out of human hands, because humans can't be trusted with power. That's the whole point of this system. Like, it's great that you want to refund and stuff, but tell people the truth. Stop lying. That's the whole point of this blockchain stuff. It's to make sure people are not
Kryptonian always says, right?
Yeah,
it's not the tech.
Oh yeah, it's not the tech; it's the
tech.
people.
Yeah,
absolutely,
the people.
absolutely, it's the people.
Yeah,
the tech's amazing. The tech is amazing. It's the people.
This stuff is amazing. When you get to understand this stuff, when you deal with it every single day, once you realize what this stuff is capable of, it amazes. It'll blow you away when you think about the future when this stuff is like more mainstream.
No doubt. You're going to see real estate transactions all on blockchain, titles, deeds. It's all going to be blockchain. There's no reason why it shouldn't be.
And the last thing I want people to go around, the people who are doing these things, real estate and all this stuff, like, oh, I was on the project before and something accidentally happened, like the tax change. Is that going to happen with my deed to my house or my mortgage? Like, is that going to happen? Right. Tax accidentally just shoot up 32% on my mortgage in a few years? Like, no, man, I don't want people running around having that type of mentality. But if people are telling people these things and they're just like not trying to be accountable for their actions, then yes, this type of stuff will fester and it will get out there. That's what we're trying to do. This is what Kryptonian was talking about, right? He was saying we don't need regulation. We need to regulate ourselves. Well, guess what, guys? All you guys who are sitting here complaining that we're talking about this stuff, guess what? This is what self-regulation is in this world. This is what this is in. Now, unless you want the big brothers doing it, right? You want the alphabet crew to do it, or you want actual real people that's going to self-regulate the space. So you can't have it both ways.
Fowler just teabagged world. Just teabagged them.
Hey,
just dropped the two cojones right on their forehead.
CoffeeZilla's video has 726,000 views in 7 hours.
It's not even 24. It's not even 24 hours yet.
7 hours.
24 hours. Yep. Now, thank you for all that, Fowler. Like, yeah, I mean, that's facts, brother.
And I want to thank you for finally agreeing with me on the self-regulation. I'm just kidding.
I mean, but you know what? I am man enough to be like, look, you know what? Kryptonian is right. We can do this because I'm seeing it. It needs to be done like this.
Yeah.
Because if we don't do it, the alphabet crew is going to tear this all up, and what? We're going to be back.
So can you just say Kryptonian's been right all along?
I don't know about that, man. That's stretching it, man. That's stretching it.
We're gonna start talking about guns. We're gonna start fighting. No, joking. No, but I hear you though. But you know what I mean now, and that's what I meant. And you actually, I had been saying that, but you actually explained it the way I've been trying to say it this whole time. So I appreciate that.
He broke it down.
Yeah, he broke it down. So yeah, and that's exactly what I'm thinking. We can do this and remember when I was saying it needs to be self-regulated, I was still in the whole I don't know if Brian Legend's scamming yet. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm so it
looks like it, but
yeah, exactly. Like, but now that I know what I know, I'm like, oh shit, this shit ain't gonna happen again. At least not on my watch. If I can do it, have anything to do with it. about it, but yeah, it's this is what we can do as a community, self-regulate, and it's not meaning that we have to go out and look at every contract that's out there, every project, but just the ones that we're in, and we help the communities that we're a part of, and we all just say, everybody take a look at this thing, and just call that shit out, And this whole with the 32% tax, it's a call to action. It is what it is, all right? So, it looks like it's a manual process. If it was not manual and it was a glitch, time will tell. Time's running out, right? What does I mean by that? Time running out. The price drop. People dump. People are going to wake up. Oh shit, the price dropped, and they're going to do their sell off. That's what happens. Now emotions kick in, right? And then Rakan gets in there and can start doing his TA shit. But point is, that shit should not be happening. One man shouldn't have the keys to everything. Like
keep
Daniel,
in mind that's not our fault that the price fell.
That's right. It was just noticed.
Not our fault.
Yeah, we just noticed it and talked about it, and then here we are. But self-regulation, guys, we can absolutely change the space. It's not the tech, it's the people. It's the people.
Yep.
I've consulted with pretty intelligent people in the last 15 minutes, and they're saying that this is absolutely no way could this have been done even remotely by mistake.
Of course.
Yeah.
One comment said that there could have been a typo between 23 and 32, but when confronted with it,
but why change 23 if it was already 23?
Right?
Because they lower it a percentage a day. So if you're going to 22 and he typed in 32,
but he'd be doing 21, right?
Sure.
It was at 23, so it would be going to 22.
Oh, okay. So that wouldn't have been a typo.
And who knows if he's doing it on a phone. Well, I hope you're not doing.
That negates everything because he publicly said that that's not what happened.
Yeah,
it wasn't. The tax wasn't up there, and they showed him the transaction. He said that doesn't even have.
He denied it. But if you changed the taxes 3 hours ago, you'd be like, wait, something's wrong. Why would you deny it? Your first thing should not be denied when people are showing you the evidence. You should be like, oh my gosh.
He's like, oh shit, I have fat.
And I think that's it. Yeah. We're trying to change the mindset. We're trying to change the thought process of investors. So we want you guys to change from trusting the project owners and the guys that are selling you this bullshit and change it from trust to verify, to question. That's what we're trying to do.
Exactly. Now, even if I have a project, no one should trust me. I have to prove myself daily.
That's the point of the blockchain.
Every day, as a project owner, you have to do stuff for your holders' benefits.
Yes.
If you have to ask yourself, does this benefit the holder? If it doesn't benefit the holder, then why are you doing it? Who does it benefit? You have to always look, who does this benefit? If you're buying an NFT and you get the tokens hold value only in crypto world, okay? The real money's going into the treasury that two people control. How is that benefiting you?
And even myself, if I had a project and I would definitely have someone else on the wallet saying, okay, once you, the community, voted on this change or this is where the money's going to go, we even have somebody from the outside that has to sign off on it. It's not just going to be me. Like, I just don't get the thought process.
This is another reason why.
What the hell's going on?
This is another reason why you have the contract.
Multi-sig,
it should be multi-sig, so you have multiple eyes on this. You're not just one signature and something goes through.
That's what I was getting at, Greek.
Because this should be a multi-sig with him, especially because he is newer.
Especially with LC funds, Legendary Club funds. You got how much money of the community's funds? It's not your money. It's the community's money, like Chris said. 110%. Conflict of interest just throws red flags. I'm making money off of this other project. I'm putting the community's money in.
Yeah. You're not making the money. I'm making money off of it. And the money and the rebases that you guys do make, I'm going to give it away to bring in more investors. Thanks. I mean, what the fuck? You know what I mean? To me, that's just like, if you think that's okay,
Right.
I mean, damn. Somebody please
And
explain it to me.
not trying to kill this for people that are invested.
Yeah.
That's not the point of what we're saying here. Not at all. Because obviously we don't want this community to lose any more money than we already have.
Yeah. So
let alone bring in newer people.
Yes,
let alone
exactly.
bring in newer
Thank
people.
you, Fowler.
The newer people are going to
Thank
see
you, Fowler.
So what about those investors that want to get into a project like this and go, well, let's look at the team. Let's look at see what before I throw any money, these big investors they want, or multitudes of investors. Surely there's going to be some that go, well, let's see what type of where they've been throwing the money around. Then all of a sudden they find out, wow, this guy he's a founder getting a piece of the action. He's also a founder of this LSC, whatever it is, and he does the whole thing. He takes money from here, dumps it in here. He's double dipping, right? That just looks bad. I mean, I'd be like, well, that's kind of shady. What else are you doing, right? My point is that it's not a good way to attract any investors, I think, because it just looks shady as hell. And so you got to explain that. And there is no way to explain it. You can't say I got to pay bills or I'm marketing or it's for you. I'm doing it for you. No, you're not. You're doing it for yourself. And that's the shit I'm tired of right there, man. How many times did we hear, we've got to pay the bills, right? We gotta pay for the marketing. We got to pay for the blockchain. We got to pay for this, pay for that.
Do the guys.
Guys, we got to pay the bills, man. Oh, that guy, dude. Every time I do that, I just feel like my testosterone levels just drop. Every time I even think about the guy,
Every time you say guys like that, it makes me want to puke.
It's hilarious, man.
Guys,
it makes me want to do this. So just so that you guys understand.
Oh man, I love it. That's a good one, man.
Oh.
Well,
we're gonna get that to the top of the charts.
Yeah, right. It's gonna go viral again.
And Emilio, I'm not a part of a multi-sig.
Not yet.
Oh, and he says Greek. Oh, okay. There's a period in there. I was thinking he's thinking all of us are on. We're not on there.
Yeah, we're not on there.
Thank you, Emilio. Much respect.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, buddy. I misread your comment. I'm like, we're not all on there. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's the one thing I can definitely say. I mean, I do trust you with that, is basically what he's saying, Greek. And I trust Greek. I've trusted Greek with hundreds of thousands of dollars. Am I right, Greek? Like, sight unseen. Like, here you go, brother.
You gave me heart attacks.
Yeah, man. Like, I trust Greek with my life. He's that
NR
dude.
sent me $60K on a Monday for a transaction we were doing on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
And I was yelling at him. I'm like, why are you doing this to me? It's too much pressure.
Again, man, I trust you with my life. I really do, man. You're that guy.
It's awesome.
You have that kind of integrity.
Yeah. NR needed Bitcoin, so I just sent it to him. I'm like, pay me back whenever. Yeah. I trust that he'll pay me back, hopefully.
Yeah,
he goes, you what he did right there? He goes, I trust him. Hopefully. I sent him a Bitcoin. I hope he'll pay me back. Hopefully, I hope he's a back.
Bastard.
I hope.
Yeah, I know he's
I got a comment on here saying that the daily reduction of transactions don't have a transaction for it every single day. They were automated and coded into the contract. This transaction was manual. That does it for me.
Yeah,
that says it all right there.
Right.
Also, the tax percentage
and Kiwi put sugar on top of it.
The timing of it.
It's coded from what they're saying. Yes. And this is you guys can go look it up for yourself. I don't want to dox them or anything like that, but this is a very highly, respected member that I listen to quite a bit, and is saying that the daily.
Chris, if you say it's a credible person, then
this person has kept me straight on a lot of issues that I come up, and definitely ranks up quite high. The daily reduction of taxes don't have a transaction for it every single day, as they're automated and coded in the contract. This transaction was manual.
You think it's Yamat doing that crap?
I mean,
according to Daniel, he's the only one that can make the change.
That's what CK was saying. So
Daniel said that before, unless he's given Yamap some power, and
Yamap could have been like, Daniel, you need to sign this. I mean, it could have been that simple.
True.
But
Yeah.
the fact that Daniel went off to immediately deny it and everything like that, and then pretty much, you know, he banned Violet, so or timed her out or whatever. So it's like, whoa, dude. I mean, she's got a legitimate concern. I mean, I don't know who she is, but you could see from the message and everything. So
and let me say this: we're not trying to crash your project. We're not trying to take your, you know, what it's worth now and just take it to zero. We're saying and calling out the things that you've done. So, in essence, it's you've done this. All the things that you've done, we're just shining a light on. So these are things that you've done. Not things that we've done. We're just pointing them out. We shined a light on them. We don't want your project to go to zero. We don't want people to lose more money. We just don't want anybody else to lose money. I mean, people decided to invest in it. That's great. That's on them. Hopefully they get out and can recoup some of their losses. But hopefully nobody else jumps in this and loses more money. It's only going to get worse. And this thing was going to zero from the beginning. I think a lot of us said that, and we pointed out why. The taxes being extreme and a lot of other things. So, I mean, call us what you want, fudders, this, that, the other, but it's shit, and we're going to call it shit.
Yeah.
Stop.
That's a shame. A lot of stuff going on, man. Drive me crazy. Are you making a joke there, Kryptonian? You got something going on, I know. Something's in your
I was agreeing with my boy NR. I mean, you know.
You're about ready to
Have you noticed? You notice when he says something, I don't interrupt. You take notes.
Sometimes.
Oh, that wasn't me.
Wasn't me. Wasn't me.
Bro.
Got him.
I know it ain't foul. We finally agree on something. You know.
I needed something good to happen today, so I.
Well, I'm glad that I could. You know, my suffering would. Dude, I'm getting tired
Provide
of
that
video.
entertainment.
Why the hell did I upload that shit?
Say something. I was like,
That's
Dude,
it.
that video though, that video is heat. That's fire.
That's a good video.
It is.
That's pretty funny.
Who made that? I know it was somebody in Brood. Who
Yeah,
made
somebody
that
brewed it.
video?
I said, got it. Let me upload. I'm just
Whoever
going on the
made
channel.
that video, thank you.
That was good stuff, man. You know, it's a cool little, it's a cool song too, right? Well, guys, we've been going 3 hours and 40 minutes.
Yeah, it's probably about that time.
About that time, my wife's blowing my phone up, man. She's like,
Yeah,
you said,
so
said 10 o'clock, you know. But it got good. I mean, we had CK join us, Compton join us. Appreciate you guys. You know, Fowler finally talked. You know,
Yeah.
I didn't win his NFT tonight, but that's cool. It's all good.
No, but
All
check out Gods of Gaming. Jump in the Discord, guys. Gods of Gaming Discord. If you need the link, ask any one of us up here. Definitely get you in there. We can post in the comments or the description. Jump in, guys. Fowler's doing some amazing stuff, working extremely hard in the background.
Yep.
Extremely hard.
There it is. Any last words, Chris?
Just look for the follow-up video from Daniel tomorrow.
Greek, you wanna say? Dang it, all blurry.
I'm just gonna say this.
Chris.
I'm not gonna be silent if I see something that looks like a scam. It's gonna be called out. I'm not gonna sit here. I'm gonna protect this community. I was letting this go because technically, I will say this: Daniel's not trying to scam, okay? But he seriously thinks this NFT is a good thing. Like in his mind, he's not going in. He thinks it's a great thing. He's like, oh, I got all this stuff to pay. And the quicker I pay off my stuff, the quicker I can do these gifts. What he doesn't realize is that when you're just printing tokens and putting them in circulation with no LP backing to them, we saw it with safuu. And yeah, you can blame Brian Legend for going up and down with the wash trading and doing that. The problem is if you look at the rebasing curve and look at how circulating supply was compared to where price should be given on certain levels, it was in range the entire freaking time. And it took me till probably sacrifice to realize that range.
I know you shared that with me. Yeah.
It was in that range the whole time. Basically, when you're inflating by a certain percentage every day, your price should deflate at that same price a day. And that's the range you stick in. Sometimes you're going to be higher than it. Okay. And you can claim at the start, we're doing great. That's what happens on all these rebasing protocols is they are all freaking amazing at the start. The reason they're amazing is because the compounding effects don't take into account. But if you're throwing in NFTs with no LP backing, you're essentially snapping that compound 100x instantly. And that's what I'm seeing. And you're claiming that it's benefiting people. Giving people more world when the value's going down is useless. It's monopoly money. The only time it's worth something is when you turn it into BNB. So you can't be like, oh, I'm up money, I'm in profit. You're only in profit if it's realized and you sold out to BNB. I want people to know that. When you move forward, stop saying, oh, I'm in profit. Because guess what? That's when greed kicks in. You're like, oh, I was in profit. Oh, I was. Now I'm only down this much. Now I need this. No.
Then you hold out to try and get back there and so on and so on.
Yeah. Did you just say that's when you've been Greeked? Compton.
And yes.
No, he said that money's exactly like was on the end of Jordy's fishing line.
Oh.
I was up on Esco, but I was greedy as hell, and that's why I lost. Don't be greedy.
Don't be greedy. Greedy.
I'm just going to tell you guys, I talked about earlier, I told all of you guys what Jordy was doing there with that. Yeah. I said he's got a fishing pole, and I bet he's the one that dropped off the pot and everything. And you guys were like, no, I don't know about that. And I'm like, telling
when I saw the pot today, my first thought was, man, Brian didn't make something up for once.
Yeah. So when
this just in, Chris is right again.
Yeah. When Fowler saw the
always
when
right.
Fowler saw the pot, he wanted to smoke it.
He like, that's not a honey pot. I'll show you a honey pot.
That's not real pie, right?
Yeah, it's not real pie. Yeah.
It's not real pie.
What you got, Compton? Any last words, buddy?
These guys have been putting in work for all the community. And if you guys don't trust these individuals, don't come back crying why you guys got screwed over again. Pay attention to what these guys say. They go live almost once a week. Well, once every day now.
Just about.
So these guys have a lot of knowledge. So pay attention to these guys. One last thing. Go to postchain.com. No, I'm just
always is something different with you, brother. I appreciate that, man. What you got, Fowler?
Well, like I said, I was never here to bash another project. I just want to make sure that people are aware that, like, as far as NFTs are concerned, this is not the way things should be done with NFTs. That's just a concern, just more or less to protect my project, right? But also, people need to be informed about how the blockchain works. And I think that's one way that investors are really getting hurt out here, because they really don't, the real simple things of like how the blockchain works and how to kind of like read the simple things. I'm not expecting somebody to be a blockchain expert just because you want to do investments in crypto. But people should definitely like wisen up and try to like check out some videos on how the blockchain actually works. Because the blockchain, honestly, when you really get down to the nitty gritty, all the blockchains work kind of the same. Like they really do. Like they report the same. Like it might be different. There's some different, different things of what they do and stuff like that. But if you go to every blockchain, most of them have this thing called a blockchain explorer, which is like a ledger. And it don't lie, man. It's truth. But yeah, as far as guys of gaming and F3 Warriors guys, like I know, people are like, man, when can I win a raffle? Just keep trying, guys. Like, the tickets themselves are very affordable. I'm always, as you see, literally have enough legendaries for everybody. You just have to win. It's it's here to fundraise, but it's also, you know, gives people opportunity for community engagement. So definitely, you know, if you haven't joined the Guys and Gaming Discord, please do, because that's where all the notifications are going to be whenever I drop a raffle. Sometimes I drop the raffle in Discord only, and I don't be on live. So, you know, you guys are maybe missing out on that. So definitely turn your notifications on and grab the appropriate roles. And also, I just did a nice little listing dump on the marketplace. So there's more warriors out there now. So if you guys are in Guys of Gaming NFT collectors, there's some ones that's haven't been posted in a while or haven't been on there at all. They're listed now, and you might want to grab them before they gone.
All right, everybody, go get those NFTs. I haven't won one yet. You know, I mean, I don't understand.
Keep trying, man. You gotta keep trying.
I've been in every damn raffle, but it's all good. It's all good.
Neither
you're in the same boat with Pride. Pride,
don't be a Pride, man. Now he's in really deep, man. I'm like, okay, all right. At least I ain't losing that bad. But I'm just messing with you. But
Pride buy any regular ones?
Yeah, I think he has. Maybe.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Actually, I think
that's why. So when I lose the raffles, at least I could say I got my normal ones, you know.
No, but you know what's funny? I didn't get to say that about Pride. Pride, actually, I feel like Pride had the most memorable moment in CoffeeZilla video. Like,
oh yeah, that was classic.
Well, the best is you when you're just like, man, they just rugged this.
He left you completely hanging. Dude.
It was something like this.
Fowler's like, hey, so what's going on?
That's funny, man.
I was like, he did too, man. He just dipped out.
What's going on with this shirt? Oh, it's a rug.
It's almost as if yeah, Paulo's like, yeah, it's a rug. God dang it. Fake a rug. I knew it, you know, and it almost looks like it's fake because you see that candle go whoop, and then his video goes out. It's like, I thought it was fake.
And I think Esco just solidifies the scammer aspect of everything he did. Esco just puts the exclamation point on the end of the sentence. You know, it's like point. You cocksucker. Like, man. Sorry, Chris.
So NR's last words were cocksucker. All right, what?
Sorry, man.
Any last words, brother? Before we dip out.
Yeah,
you're gonna
sorry, brother.
After that.
Sorry, man. But he is, if you think about it, the man is. But no, I just want people to know that it was never my intention to jump on here and just bash the heck out of Worldwide Token and Legendary Club where it's headed. That was never my intention, just to jump up here and bash it. It was mainly to point out what I was seeing that wasn't right. And obviously Greek jumped in and threw in his 2 cents, which thank you, Greek, because you kind of backed up all of my points and then went even deeper. So thank you for that. And it's don't be sorry, man, because that's what we need. We need people being vocal. Mm-hmm. We need that, because without that, the scammers get away with everything. BL was able to get away with what he did and Plan Bitch. They were able to get away with what they did.
I like how he throws in the jabs.
Yeah, man. Because we were silenced. As soon as somebody spoke up, they were banned. They were timed out. You know, they were cursed at. They were basically excommunicated. So that's the reason why what happened. That's the reason why we have. And honestly, I'm sure everybody can empathize with the fact that when I look at the CoffeeZilla video, I feel like a complete dumbass. I think anybody that put money into Vulcan or safuu, when you watch that video, you have to look at that and go, why did I not see all of the signs? Why did I not see all of the red flags? And the reason is because the people that were asking the questions were silenced. The people that were bringing up the good points of, bringing up those red flags, they were kicked out of the community. So that's exactly why we have to continue to raise those points, to bring up those red flags and say, hey, this just doesn't look right to me. Now, again, if I'm wrong about WWT, if I'm wrong about Legendary Club, I'll be the first one to come up here and say, hey, guys, look, I said this, that, the other, and I was 150% wrong. And then I'll turn people the other way. Hey, go put your money here because I was wrong. But at this point, I'm not feeling that. I'm not seeing that. And all of the things that I've said tonight, Chris has said tonight, Kryptonian, Fowler, Greek, Compton jumping on here late. Thank you, my man. Those are the red flags that we've all been seeing. And the intention was never to bash anybody or have anybody lose money, have a big sell-off. Like I don't wish failure on anyone, not DP, not UMAP. I don't wish that failure. But if you're doing something shady, if you're doing something that's just not right, or even if you're trying to excessively profit off of your community, just know that we're not going to take it anymore. We're going to call your asses out. And that's that self-regulation that Fowler and Kryptonian were talking about. And that's what the space needs, because it's going to shit. DeFi is going to shit. So that's what that was about. It was never about bashing the hell out of somebody's project. And I hope you guys get that, you understand it, and I hope you realize that. So, that's about all I got, guys. Thank you for your time. I know it's the most important thing and valuable thing that you guys have. So thanks for spending it all here with us. This
good stuff, man. Very, very well said. And that's what it's all about. And you're absolutely right. And I agree with everything that was said tonight. We're all. This isn't an echo chamber, and I'll tell you that. I mean, most people say we're up here just echo.
Right.
It's an echo chamber. It's not. We all have our own opinions, our own life experiences, our own reasons why we're in crypto, and why most of us want to get out when we see shit like this. But I think we're all here making a stand, and we're trying to make a difference. At the end of the day, we're just sick and tired of being sick and tired. Remember, all projects. I don't care if you're running one, you're about to start one, or you're thinking about getting one spun up. That you need them more than they need you. No man can enrich himself unless he first enriches others. And that's something that everybody needs to understand wherever you are in your life. So give love to all, hatred to none, and do right and fear no man.